anything today?
As much as you, I'll
All right.
wager.
It'd be a chill night. Let's go and stay then.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Go start that other side quest before I go grab that plus quest.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
I don't trust this Duke.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
No.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire.
Yeah.
One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec.
Or we could
A
destroy
man
him.
whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'd run my
See what I
sword
can
through.
do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
I like how this game's side quests all feel like they have a point to it.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
A lot of Xenoblade Chronicles side quests did the same thing.
We already have a leader in the Dane.
Well, not all of them, of course, but you know. There are way too many in Xenoblade to actually make them all meaningful, but a good chunk of them were.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics.
Good.
Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant.
Hell no.
Yet you needn't be. A
I
proud
don't
fighting
wanna
man
give
like
you guys my
yourself
services.
shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared.
That's only because I was here
Which
protecting
is
him.
more
Damn.
than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
That could have had.
The citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
Okay. Fast travel.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in
Hey,
charge.
Deku.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Sell anything today?
As much as
What are you up to tonight? Oh, it goes.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started.
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
That sounds brutal. Powering through anything in a school is just blah.
Half of what comes in is barely fit for prison.
That so-called Duke is on.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him.
Oh god,
Not
these
much.
people really don't
Well,
like
us
him.
traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out.
Yeah, but
completely,
5 or 10 minutes
threatening to
adds
take
up
everything we
over
got for
if
us
there's
and
enough
clear
of them.
off. If the dame said she wanted him run out,
Especially if you're trying to remember what they're
straight
about.
through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Well, the people seem united enough. The soldiers.
Could be trouble in it.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But, I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the empire.
Well, that's probably the best way to go about it,
protected.
there, Deku.
And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
It's not only control of the garrison. It's the whole of North. We already have a leader in the Dame.
One at a time now. Is enough for...
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the
You
Dane's
know,
behalf, yes.
I wasn't kidding that day when I
was trying to persuade
said
him not to take the
damn
people's
you
goodwill
for
for granted,
bringing
but
up Mega Man that day
seems
and
my words
finding it
fell
on
on
that
deaf
Genesis
ears.
collection.
What do
I
you
actually
think of
ended
his
up
plans?
playing through the first game.
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Yeah, that Genesis, Sega Genesis thing when you have Nintendo Plus or Nintendo Online Plus expansion has a game called Mega Man: The Wily Wars on it, and what it is a remake of the first three 8-bit Mega Man games on a 16-bit console.
All day to dry some bloody linens.
The Wowie.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this
Hey,
town
nobody.
into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
God damn, I have to go back through.
Well, what do you think?
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
Captain.
Dude's like, welcome back. It's like, I'm leaving.
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Pretty much
I can't
nobody.
say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now.
Oh,
Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
You watch, he totally took that the wrong way.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased. Hear that, if nothing else.
Didn't get the vibe.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
But...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will
That
certainly
doesn't
help
necessarily
to
mean
hold
it
back
will
the
be.
thralls.
Not if all those people turn on them.
Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
It
I
ain't
don't know
lost.
about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet.
Okay.
When they do come back,
He totally didn't do what I thought he'd do.
we need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That was dirty.
There may be
What a
hope for
perv.
Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause.
Be my guest, not
I, for
the
my
first
part, shall
time.
continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again.
You haven't already guessed it, she runs a brothel.
Until then.
He'd have our coin. I'll stock it up.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Go! You know, I get this weird urge to play some arcade racing games. And I don't know why.
All right.
Like the old Ridge Racer games. It's over. I'm going the wrong way. Shit.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest.
Ah, let's just wipe it back. Damn.
2 down, 1 to go.
Oh. Okay. I did not know there was more than that. There it is. Make sure this is not what I think. Okay. Because it says the plus thing is around here. Which is down here, so why the hell did they want me all the way up there? Where was it? Sugarbird.
Good girl.
Let's go.
Damn it. The whole village has turned. I can walk for time to fight.
I didn't know what was still attacking. Turned out my dog was attacking a chocobo. In 4 months, there's only no. Yeah, I have to actually attract people here for things like that, though. How would I encourage the no cursing? You're Luke. That's the hardest one to keep. Yeah, well, there is that too. It more or less, the no cursing one only works on certain games. Don't even have to be hard games. It could be just irritating games. Or if I get a little too excited, sometimes it'll just start coming. Like if I'm kind of a hyper mood or something like that.
Farewell.
And I'll face it, I haven't had one of those moods in a while. Jesus, Deku. I don't even know why you would want to think about that one. You can't bribe Frosty. He's the unbribable. I got a cookie! And Frosty sold. Better be a damn cookie if he sells me out.
Too slow.
I have a couple games that would
A wine cannot
only
cross
be
his
one
toes
game
now.
per year. I also have a pair of short games in mind. Yeah, like I'm not. There's the whole catch between the whole pick a game thing with the points. I have to kind of be a little semi-strict on it, otherwise people will be just like, yeah, you play this like month-long RPG for 100k points, and then I've got no time for shit. I don't got any time for anybody else's games. Kind of why when Deku did that Kingdom Hearts one, you know, he paid 200k for that one. That was a brutal thing. I loved it. I actually don't regret that one. I feel like I should have charged him less for it after I did it. But, you know, I didn't. So I won't hold that against myself. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Like, way more fun than I thought it would be.
Good girl.
It was frustrating, but it was fun frustrating. In a way, it almost felt like a Dark Souls game when you actually did get it. You're like, wow, shit, I got that.
All right. Here's the aqueduct. Now How to find our stone ward. Yotei
Well,
mentioned
you knew I liked Musashi games. So, yes.
just my luck. Well, we won't be making anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
However, doing 2 games per person, it's kind of... It's not fair to anyone else who would want to do it, right? Because then I've got to, like... I guess if I have time at the end of the season and no one else buys anything, it wouldn't be a horrible thing to do a second one, as long as it's not, like, that crazy.
Nice try.
Or if the games are short, if both games are short, then doing 2 games wouldn't be a horrible thing either. Musashi wasn't so bad also because neither of them were really that long. It's not like doing a full-out RPG. That's pushing it. Also, I think you wanted to get rid of an extra 100. So, oh, well, I mean, there is chances that might be half true.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yotei.
Okay, might as well get this stuff up here and start it.
Nora should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you.
Sure you were.
I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Sure, why not?
Right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost.
It might bring chocobos.
Love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Don't sound so dark about it. I'm sure you will.
How do?
Do how?
A fair trade.
Son of a bitch.
There you go. Take care out there, eh?
I
Just because the heavens have gone to
don't remember, but probably.
We have to.
Nearly done.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so.
Probably
She tried
not,
to
nobody.
recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrec. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Okay. Son of a booger is pretty much already at that.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
I remember nobody. Strangely enough.
Lord Rossfield, what brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square.
Well, I
Send
got
to the
here
rest
right
for
in time.
reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
Big
You mean
if
the
and but.
bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
Oh boy.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
That's not what he said.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right.
No one said about making him bait
to
either.
take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like
Jesus.
free men and women?
Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
I mean, if they get in, you're gonna die anyway, right?
Free men and women fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
I kind of do too, nobody.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akasha,
hey, that would still be
each
worth it,
detachment
nobody.
will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am.
Like
We
in
will
Final
have neither
Fantasy
the time
IV,
nor the
you
resources
get
to
the
treat
frying
wounded,
pan.
so injuries must be avoided at all costs.
In fact, I think you actually get it in
Instead,
a few games.
we will
I don't
focus
remember
purely on
for
defense
sure,
at
but
first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd
Ain't
say
gonna
you
be
have
me.
both in abundance await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory?
yes,
Sir Wade,
yes, please,
they're here.
yes.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
Damn right you
I
will.
will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
There you go. The immortal frying pan is hinted and scattered throughout the universe of video games. Nothing can defeat it.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Not let this village fall.
Evil Chocobo? Oh no, that's the raptor, not Chocobo. would be awesome. This is
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
The whole game is him having to find a job to buy it. Yes. I need this game in my life.
Next one's mine. I might not know one.
Let's go.
Welcome to Sora Burger. How may I help you, man? Seriously, someone needs to make this happen.
There it is. With me, Toggle.
Ended up working at Disney Japan. And that's exactly what they would do, Deku. They complain about not getting paid.
All right. Back to East Pool.
Back to East Pool. Hot damn. Oh, I didn't have to walk there. And by walk, I mean teleport back.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord.
Oh, God.
We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians
Went down the
posted
wrong
around
hole.
the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like
Good, now grow these
We have
seeds.
to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
I sure as hell hope it isn't. That would be scarier than any monster in this game. Living village. Just be like the house from Final Fantasy VII.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
She wants me to come by the stables. I wonder how she wants to pay me. Yay!
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
All right.
Give me item.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Can I stab her?
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Enemy slain. But I didn't see her in the fight. Quite fair.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
I was just about to kill her. What are we doing here?
Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
Yeah.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
Kill her.
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore.
But I am.
And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything.
I wanted to.
Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
He's just looking stunned, like, I should head back to the hideaway. I say it's because to make Cole's mind at ease, but it's more because I didn't get to stab her. My pokey stick didn't kill something.
Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sanbreque. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
Hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Yeah, Cole. Keep up the good work. Now get out of my face.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Might as well turn some of these other quests in. I still haven't finished doing stuff in the other places, but, you know.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find.
There's a crap ton of side quests for this mission, or when this mission started.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
I didn't ask you to kiss my ass, just take what I gave you and go.
You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Ooh. Someone finally willing to kiss your ass, but you turned it away. Well,
how was she? With Canva in the hands of a cashier.
I think they're two different forms of kiss my ass.
You back so soon? So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away!
We could say it like professionals. There's different levels of ass kissing.
May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well...
Now he's interested. Stretchy metal.
Is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get
Damn
some
right I
practice
did.
in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Damn right. Bigger bags for everyone. Hey,
With Canva in the hands of a cashier,
with 2 Ds.
we'll need to find another port.
What the hell?
Preferably one as well hidden.
With 2 of these nuts?
How do you split the sea?
They're still asking dumb questions like that. It's like, how do you split the sea, I reckon? You become Odin God. Just do it. Just...
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep here. Clive. Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Wasn't looking for one.
Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or the sound of ringing still? So we weren't. Who knows? What do you want?
Yeah, I definitely don't have the stuff for that yet. And I'm gonna need more of those Uchis.
Fine.
Reynolds came from NASA trying to reinvent the wheel, literally. Or the tire, actually. Okay, I need to look for one specific place. Okay. As far as I know, there's a hunt here. Wait, never mind. Didn't mean to call you Chocobo. I don't know what it is, but there's supposed to be, according to the hint, an S-rank monster. Or a hunt down this way somewhere. I think I'm gonna have to go around. Alright, screw it. Come here, Chocobo.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
It's a giant chicken. Don't ask it to fly. Yes. Oh, I might have found it. Burn, 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 burn.
We're not gonna work on this one. Stay close, Mobile.
really sucks, nobody. Damn! Enough. Ooh.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
He did, it just didn't work out for him. Okay, maybe if I go this way.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Again, I stand by my saying. Run like you stole something. Yeah, there is that too.
Enough of you, are there?
Ooh, it was a nice narrow bridge. Ooh, and there's even a checkpoint. Okay, so that was the quest to connect the area. Oh, damn.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. It's over.
Alright. Dig and destroy.
Whatever that thing is, say it's their leader. Slow.
Well.
Should have stayed in the past.
Maybe.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not?
Maybe.
We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe
I don't think he realizes how dedicated they actually were.
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to the bearer of the burning quill.
Here we are.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix.
Uma.
It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond. Our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
Not quite that way.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Ooh, that's dark. Alright, none of these. Looks like there's only one more spot. One more quest until I start doing main stuff again. I already did the hunt that was up. Well, I think this is just turning in her quest.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well,
No one's seen eye
if you
to eye
really
with Sid
want
at
to
the very
know,
beginning.
I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed.
And then I punched him in the
And then I
face.
did the same.
Oh,
We made a
never mind.
pact that day
This
that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh?
Maybe.
It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Complete. Ooh, a new display.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Bum, bum, bum.
The stew's awfully thin.
Yay.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Rather blind. She hasn't begun to see me, Robert.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
All right. Yeah.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well,
nope.
It inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
That sounds like a plan, nobody.
Let me know when you're leaving.
They all just get completely hammered and forget about the mission.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
I'll keep the forge on.
Hope adrift on foam-flecked peaks, despair looms below.
You needed to dance with the song.
Yet in the dark, a flame is sparked that warms us in its glow.
Ah. Wasn't upbeat enough.
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
Is something wrong? Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
He's not joking. He will literally hold you to that. Ooh.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask.
Uh-oh.
You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
Yeah, but I keep doing all the winning.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
I didn't necessarily take it from her.
And you truly believe
It absorbs
this
some of it.
will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it.
Well, he changed his mind quick.
Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Yes, but don't worry about it.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav.
Oh, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost. I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and Kashyyyk.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time.
Shit, I wish I would have created that a long time ago. He gave me 4 birds. I knew it would give me 1 more. I didn't think it was gonna give me 4.
Nice try.
Come on, there's gonna be a treasure chest right in there somewhere. Oh, found one. Amber. And fangs. Whoa. Okay. Keep going. That's this is a weird spot. Maybe a spot for a future hunt. Oh, maybe worse. What the hell? It's the hunt that wasn't on the board.
Oh, look. Here's the king of the castle.
Yay!
Your reign is at an end.
Better be something. Wasn't even supposed to be up. Usually hunts don't show up at all unless they're on the board. You can go to those areas all you want. Didn't see the treasure chest down there. Hmm. Right. Sure, why not?
Run like the wind. It's Camber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
It's an undeadly welcome.
Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stonehere.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Oh, it will be. And I look forward to it.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do.
Like telling you to.
You sure about this?
Nope, but he's not going to listen anyway.
Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Really? Thinks I'm gonna wait for it? I don't have that kind of patience.
This place reeks like a moble's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
This won't be easy.
Weird little side spot down there. Oh, really? Well, I already did the quest to get a weapon better than that, which is kind of sad because it's a cool weapon.
mistakes.
Cool.
Nice try. Too slow. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, much breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Aistla.
You deserve a rest.
Wing.
What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. We can
I wouldn't say
beat them all.
No quarter gap.
No quarter!
Or
I don't want to die here, Clive. Then don't.
yay. Ah.
It isn't over yet. Of course it bloody isn't.
Yay.
Gav. Gav! Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck. Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
The sky-splitting sword. Oh no, even worse. Oh shit.
What did you do?
Did all kinds of things apparently.
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Clive?
I
Would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened?
All kinds of things, buddy. All kinds of things. And they're feather dust.
Got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Fine. Let's do all the ways you want to do. Interesting.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
I can warp out of there.
Covered in nicks. I suppose you've got quite the tale to tell. But I'll let you get some nice warm stew in you first, before I go bothering you for the details.
I heard Odin was there. It really should have. Geez. Just wondering. Go check the blacksmith.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Restock up on my potions.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Didn't plan on looking for one.
The stew's awfully thick.
What do I owe the honour? So, will it be? And? Not saying fortune, do you?
Huh.
Should last you a good while. And?
Is there out you need? There's no one like our Nan. Your lad's worth... and I've... Be seeing ya.
You don't know what you're talking about. The odor's what gives Chance's stew its,
Meant to go back to this guy, talk to him, and get the little points.
Good morrow to you, my friend. If I may observe...
No, I don't care.
History
I already heard this story, but they don't give it to you checked because
new
of
notes that might
talked
interest you.
within the cutscene.
You wish to study the tomes? Did you learn everything you needed?
Learned all of the things.
How do you split the sea?
Yes, my lord? It was the... But now...
I had
so
these
I
all
bid
looked at before, but I
your
forgot to
companion...
save and I reloaded
must-
it at one point.
That I see. His Grace at
Read.
Firth, it
Click
was
them.
my... Have care, my lord.
Clive.
What?
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Taya, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Who indeed?
I'm glad I was there for his final moments. He deserved the peace he chose.
I get a medical chest. No idea what it's good for.
Clive. How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. Thus ends today's lesson.
Your information involves too many of the peoples. Oh. Did I get another thing for the bedroom? The little ornaments you put on the wall. Oh, okay, medical chest. That's what it was. Wait. God damn. Alright, I'm gonna call it here for the night. It's a little early ending, but it's just been a night. That's why I said it was a chill night. So have a good night. Back again tomorrow. Later. Night all.